All right, everybody, get settled in, get comfortable. Today we're going down the yellow brick road of nostalgia because we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm actually pretty excited about this one. So yeah, I don't have a script per se for this video, so might be a dog shit video. If you don't know anything about the Call of Duty franchise, Call of Duty Ghosts is the real black sheep of the family. I think most fans would consider it to be one of the worst, if not the worst entry. And to be honest, I've never really understood why. Full disclaimer, I am heavily biased towards this game, as it was the first Call of Duty game that I myself owned. Sure, I played the Modern Warfares and the Black Ops at friends' houses. Okay, at a friend's house. I only had one friend. And yeah, those games were fun, but I wasn't intimately familiar with them. Not like I was with my sweet, sweet baby Call of Duty Ghost. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that there have been several points in my childhood where I've had to beg my mom for to gain access to some piece of media that I wanted to watch or play. And in this instance, for Call of Duty Ghosts, I'm ashamed to say I wrote my mom a letter. Gosh, I wish I still had this letter. I know it said something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm not gonna play the campaign. The bad words are only in the story. All I'm interested in is the multiplayer, and it's not even that violent, you know? It's kind of cartoonish if you think about it." Something like that. And by golly, it worked. That Christmas, I got Call of Duty Ghosts. I remember watching so many Ollie A videos leading up to Christmas. Gosh, those were good times. But yeah, like I said, Ghosts is not remembered fondly by most of the Call of Duty community. And it was always a mystery to me. I mean, I know there was some controversy about fish or something. Do I sound like a crazy person? Was that a real thing? And yeah, you know, the campaign might have been bad. I don't remember it. I played it one time. And I know that there was a dog named Riley. And that's my name. So I thought that was pretty cool based on what I've read on the forums. Honestly, a lot of it has to do with fatigue of this franchise at the time the game came out. The previous two games were Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2, and I think the fandom was a little bit split on those two games. Ghosts really needed to wow people if it was going to earn their favor at the time of its release, and it definitely didn't do that. The other thing people complain about are the maps, which I personally love. In fact, let's talk about the maps. I've got a list here because I can't remember anything. And no, it doesn't count as a script. It just has the maps on them because I can't remember the names. All right, the maps are as follows. Prison Break, which is like a jungle prison. Lots of corners to hide and snipe. Octane. I would always be nervous about my mom walking in while this loading screen was on because it has a strip club. Trimmer. Okay, this map may have sucked. I don't remember it super well. Pretty sure a trimmer would happen, like once a match. You don't think that's how it got its name, do you? Freight, which had like train tracks and containers. I remember having insane games of Infected on this map. Whiteout, which was a long-range snow map, very nice for sniping. Stormfront, which was a city map that was good for both sniping and fighting up close. Siege, which is another jungle map. Cool. Warhawk. Banger. I remember having some epic games of gun game on this map. Sovereign, some kind of futuristic assembly line. Pretty good. Overlord. I think I'm confusing this one with Stonehaven in my brain. Stonehaven. Open grassy castle map. Another excellent map for sniping. Chasm. Yeah. Pretty good, I think. I liked getting on this bus and then making it fall off the cliff. That was fun. Flooded. Yeah, I think this one was actually bad. Plus, it would flood sometimes, which that's just yuck. Strike Zone. Iconic. Banger. This is the loading screen I remember seeing the most. Freefall. Another insane gun game map. Super tiny. Plus, at some point, the tower falls down, and then the map kind of changes a little bit, which, hey, that's pretty neat. So yeah, I don't know what these other people are talking about, but these maps are great. I don't know how they compare necessarily to previous game maps, but like seriously guys, stop being babies. They're good maps. Ghosts. The other thing I was seeing that people were complaining about is like the time to kill is too fast in Call of Duty Ghosts. And I just have to fully disagree with that. I think that this game got it perfect. So many games today, I feel like games have gone the opposite route in modern times, where it just takes so long to kill another player. In Ghost, it was pretty much instant, and I loved that. It made things feel super fast, super speedy. Felt like you could get a ton of kills before you die, making for an excellent KD. KD is a kill to death ratio. But yeah, I fully admit the reason I love this game so much is because it's the first one I owned, and because I got freaking good at it. I played this game so much. I don't even know how I got away with sinking as many hours into it as I did. Using the Honey Badger and that one sniper that had like the thermal scope. Oh, and the Ripper. Pretty sure this was like a DLC weapon. So good. Insanely good. I was an unstoppable force. It's probably me at my peak gamer abilities. Like, never since Ghosts have I been as good at a multiplayer game, and never will I be again. Yeah, I wish I knew what like my KD was. I do remember I did get the golden knife. I don't know how impressive that is to get the golden knife, but oh, and that brings me to another point, is that it was so fun to knife people. I miss when games where just a single knife was an instant kill. Like, you didn't have to, there's no 2-hit kills. You don't have to keep swinging. One knife, one death. That is the perfect ratio, if you ask me. Man, and the game modes? Of course, you have your team deathmatch and your domination, which were excellent. But this game had gun game and infected as permanent game modes. I freaking hate how modern Call of Duty's gun game is like not a given. It either won't be in the game, or it'll be some limited mode for like a weekend. You'll get to play gun game this weekend, kids, but never again. And then infected, I don't even know what other Call of Duties have infected, but if they don't, it's a crime, because this game mode is so fun. Okay, my neighbor just walked outside, and I'm in a couch in my backyard shed that has no garage door, and there are lights just shining directly on me as I'm laying down on this couch. So I'm now very self-conscious. I think we're gonna have to pause this recording. Oh gosh, I must have fallen asleep. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Ghosts. Moral of the story is, Ghosts ripped. It was a great game. I don't really play Call of Duty anymore.